What it do, family? What it do, family? What it do, family? Nasty out today, family. Real nasty. I don't know if G-Dave gonna want to come out and use the bathroom in this. I have to let it wait till it hold up a little bit. All right, we back. 4/22, 2025. I'm gonna try to be more in flow with my delivery, family. I go back and listen to my videos, and I say, I hesitate a lot, so I'm gonna kind of flow with it. I'm gonna speed up my frequency, my vibration a little bit. So that's something I got to be mindful of this morning. I hope everyone's doing well. Grand rising to the family. Grand rising to the family. Even though it's wet and nasty over here, we're still moving around. We still got to get up and do what we got to do, right? No doubt. So let's get to it. This morning, I was going to speak on, I guess I could speak on two topics. I was going to speak about intuition. And, since this rain is going down, I guess we could talk about a little bit about cleansing too as well, That's what I think about whenever the rain is coming down. Whenever we get a rain, it's a cleansing going on. I look at the rain as the water that's cleansing the air, cleansing the trees, and clearing it up for a brighter and more vivid reality for us to experience and go through. That's my little take on cleansing. And also, bathe daily. I hope you do bathe daily. But those of you that don't, that's what you do. But bathe daily, cleanse yourself. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you have you take your your spiritual baths and things like that, Spiritual bath, put your candle by your bathtub, burn your incense, put your certain concoctions in your water that you're gonna soak in and things of that nature. That's your spiritual bath. But on another note, with your intuition, that was my main topic this morning. So, you ever have that inner voice? And a lot of people know what intuition is. That's that inner voice. That's your higher self. That's your soul. That's your greater aspect of yourself. You have that inner voice sometimes that tells you to do this or do that. Now let me give you an example real quick. And it's not a bad example. I guess if you look at gambling as something bad, yeah, but so say for instance, when I used to play blackjack a lot, when I used to go to the casino, I would hesitate on hitting a card, right? And that voice would come in my head and be like, hit it or take a hit or whatever. And I didn't listen to it. And when I didn't listen to it, it ended up becoming true. That first thought that came to mind was like, damn, I should have listened to my first mind. That's that first thought. That's that intuition talking. That's that intuition speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? That used to happen to me a lot, man. And what has to be done if you wanna grow in that aspect is listen to yourself. Listen more to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you have doubts about something, you gotta quiet your mind and sit down and put that question out there to yourself, to your universe, to your own little personal universe, and you put that question out there, and that answer will come to you. You know what I'm saying? That's that intuition. You have to practice using that intuition. It's a muscle. You know what I'm saying? It's an innate ability. It's a spiritual muscle. You know what I'm saying? that you have to exercise that thing out in order to make it crispy, to make it function. You know what I mean? So, tap into that intuition, family. Be aware of your intuition. You know what I'm saying? Use it. Practice with it every day. What up, G-Day? What up, buddy? Get you some fresh water. Practice using that intuition. Little bitty practices on doing little exercises with yourself. Of listening to you. Just listen to yourself, family. The issue is that, yo, Mom, I'm here. The issue is, we listen to so many different external. We got to get all this external validation when most of the day, you know what I'm saying, family, you're with yourself. Listen to yourself. Tap into your innate ability, your intuition. This is something, what's up, bud? This is something that came to my mind, when I got up. I always put my antenna up and within, that points within, right? And it gives me an idea of what to come up with, what to think about, the topic for the morning. You know what I'm saying? That's my way of practicing. That's my way of practicing using my innate ability of tapping into my intuition. So, I'm not gonna carry on too long with the conversation, but just listen to yourself, family. Use that intuition, because also this is a form of discernment too. To help you decide, to help you see what the hell going on around you in this chaos that we are experiencing. This chaos is a phenomenon that has to happen due to the changing from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age. You know what I mean? So, good boy. This discernment, this innate ability of intuition, this knowing, this inner knowing, acknowledge it, family. Be aware of it. Practice using it. How do you go about practice using it? Listen to yourself. Go with your first mind. Do little exercises with yourself. You got to play with the imagination. You got to stretch it. You got to stretch the imagination in order to make it work. Gabriel, come on. So keep that in mind. That's just a quick morning tap in, man. Y'all listen to yourselves, man. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You know what I'm saying? And watch the magic happen, family. We're in a magical time. Pay attention. Magic is all around you. Peace to the family. We out of here. I'll be back later. Bye.